Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica, and on today's video I am going to show you all of my completed pages for July. I was able to get quite a few done again this month, and I checked several off the list that I have in here, which I will talk to you about right now. So this was my list. I got several checked off, which was good, and then there were other pages that I did, of course, like with buddy colors and things that weren't on my list to finish. And then I also worked in my planner again this month. So pretty good list of pages started. Not as many as last month, but I'm not a numbers girl. I don't even care about that. But yeah, I've got next month ready to go. I don't even have my list of books yet, but I'll talk about that here in a little while. Okay, so I need to have this open so I know what I colored with. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple whips first. I don't have many. I have one in Flowerscape, which is this one. I started out trying to use my Nuvo glitter markers, and they worked okay. I might go back through and add them in, but I didn't love the way that was looking, so I decided at first I decided to use Inktense. And I found out, unfortunately, in this book with this beautiful paper, it bleeds. So I have green, lovely pieces on my front page that was so beautiful. Now has green splotches all over it, but that's okay. I moved forward. I'm using Speer Farben pencils in a lovely kind of pastel-y palette, and that's what I've got so far. So yeah, so that is Flowerscape, and that is a book that I do want to work in every month, so that is one that that's not like on that list that I'll be coloring in. And my next whip is in Josh Lee Fantasy, and I really wanted to get this one done. I started this one. It doesn't look beautiful because it's just the marker base, but I started this one for Amazon Tammy's Japan in July, and I really wanted to get it finished, but I didn't get back to it. So hopefully I will be able to finish this one up. But yeah, so that one is from Josh Lee's Fantasy collection. The next whip that I also have a finished page in this book as well. Where's my whip? So it's just this. I just did the skin tone, and I was trying to get skin tones with, what did I use? I want to say, shoot, what did I use on that one? I don't know if I wrote that down. Giotto skin tone pencils. That's what that is. So that's the beginnings of a portrait with Giotto pencils. Okay, so I'm going to set that one aside because I do have a finished page in there, and we're going to start with my planner. Okay, so here's the planner. I almost finished all my pages this month. So let's start here. So this is the first page. I used polychromos on this. I was not feeling this illustration at all, so I just kind of rushed through it. But it's still cute. It's a cute color palette. Again, like I said, not my favorite, but it's done. It's done. Then this one is my absolute favorite that I did this month. I found a picture on Pinterest that I will post up in the corner so you can see. And I had my background done, and I had the base layer on all the shells, and then I was kind of stuck. I didn't know where else to go from there. So I went ahead and looked up this page on Pinterest, tried to find one that I really liked, and then I basically copied pretty much the design, the patterns on the shells. And then when I posted it to Instagram, I made sure to give credit to the other artist who had done their page. And I think that's perfectly acceptable. I think when we get stuck on a page, and if we find somebody that inspires us, it's okay to use their methods, and it's okay, to almost, I almost copied her shell for shell. As long as you give the credit where credit's due. Like if if you post something that says, you know, hey, I did this all on my own and you totally didn't, that's not cool. But if you were inspired by somebody, just let them know. And she really appreciated it. She thanked me on Instagram for posting her page and for, you know, giving her the credit. And it was great. So yeah, so this one was one of my favorites in the planner this month. Then I colored this one. This one was a really quick one that I did while helping take care of my mom this month. I used Color Soft pencils. I made like a little scene in the background. Tried to do, you know, the seasons. And yeah, it's okay. Again, not my favorite, but it's done. It's completed. And then this one was my red, white, and blue, my homage to the USA for the Olympics and 4th of July and everything that is, you know, Americana this month. So I made all my flowers red, white, and blue, and my butterfly red, white, and blue. And that was all done using Crayola Super Tips. So that was really fun. And then I will give you a little peek of what I've got for this one. Like I said, I got all the flowers done. I just have to finish the greenery, add a little bit of a background, and this one will be done. So, doing good on my planner. Okay, next we've got this one. So, this is one of the books that I had on my list to complete from April. To complete a page in it from April. And, well, come on, open up. So, this is the page I did. I used a combination of, what did I use? Let's see here. What's my book tell me I used? I used Arteza on her skin. Actually, I used Arteza everywhere. Yeah, this was a test to see if I could use the Artezas, and it worked. It worked. So the only place that I had a little bit of an issue was here on her arm. I couldn't get it to work quite right, but then I figured out what I was doing wrong and corrected it, and it worked in other places. I did add a tiny bit of gold glitter gel pen on there, and of course I outlined all the feathers and the horse in white Posca and the clouds. And these clouds, this cloud background was inspired by another image I saw on Pinterest, which I will post a picture of if I still have it. I might have just deleted it. I think I just deleted it. So it was basically just like this stormy sky in the background. Oh, wait, it's on Instagram. I can totally post it. So I'll post a picture of it right now. But yeah, so you can see that I just really liked the color of the sky in the background and tried my best to recreate that. I struggled a little bit with the background, but I eventually, you know, I kept just messing with it, and it finally worked. So, and the Valkyrie was 100% inspired by Valkyrie from Thor Ragnarok. So, yeah, I loved her in the movie. I love this picture. So yeah, so there is that one, and that is from Goddess by Selena Fennick. The next one, this one was a quick and easy one. This is the cutest little book. It's called National Animal. It's from Coco Wayo. And it lists different countries, and then it shows their national animal and either an architectural or a geographical feature that they are known for. And it's so cute. I really, really like it. And there was a horse color along this month, so I decided to color this one from Scotland, which is also a place that I really, really, really want to go. I want to go to there. And their national animal is a unicorn, which I thought was amazing. So there's this really cool horse statue, and I looked at pictures and tried to recreate the colors and the shading and stuff, all from that. And then I added in some sparkly gel pen. This was all done in alcohol markers in the background, by the way. And then the horse, I did a little bit of gray shadow work with some pencils, and then I put stickles on the tail and mane, and I used my extreme glitter holographic on the horse itself. And I am really hoping that you guys can see how sparkly and fun That is, it's the most shiny, sparkly unicorn I've ever done. And I love it. I love it. I love it. So that one is from National Animal Coloring Book. This was one of my only actual Christmas pages for Christmas that I did for Christmas in July. And I did this one. And he turned out really cute too. This is all, again, Copic marker, or alcohol marker, not just Copics. Alcohol marker, and then I did a little bit of pencil work on the bricks. But everything else, and then some gold gel pen and white Posca here and there. But yeah, I tried to add highlights to the reindeer's fur, and that did not work, so I just ended up leaving it alone. I just highlighted a few and left it alone. But yeah, I thought this one was really cute. I love how it turned out. I was not in a very Christmassy mood, so this was not a page I was looking forward to coloring, but I ended up having fun in the end. It was just a good practice with all of my alcohol markers. So, yep. So that is that one. That was from Kawaii, Winter, and Christmas. All right, next up we have our dragon hunk. I colored one in this book. This is another one that was on my list of books to finish, and I did this guy, which this one is not posted on my Instagram. It's not my favorite, but turned out kind of cute. I used Prismacolor for the dragon, and then I used a mix of Inktense and Sprayfarben for all the succulents, and then I added a little bit of sparkly gel pen to the horns and a few of the scales. Yeah, and that was it. I think that it's okay. It's, like I said, it's not my favorite, but it's a pink dragon. I thought it was cute. All right, so that is from the Dragon's Compendium. And then here is another dragon, which this one you probably saw if you saw my weekend whip. I did this page. This is from Fantasyland. And this was another one that was on my list of books to check off. And I was looking at this page and trying to decide what I wanted to do for it. And when I saw the dragon, I was like, I'm just going to make a purple dragon. I just feel like it. And then I started coloring it. I was like, oh, this is really like a toy purple. So, okay, this whole page is going to be pinks and purples. And she looks like a Barbie. So there we go. So that's what I did. I added a little bit of stickles to the dragon's horns and some Sparkle Pop pen to her outfit and crown. And yeah, it was a fun one. And I used alcohol markers as a base. So I think I've got like the tree trunk, the dragon, these leaves, and her. So her skin, hair, and outfit were all based with alcohol marker. And then everything else is pencil. And then I went over top and shaded everything with pencil. And I used Sprayfarben in this book, and it actually worked well. So I'm almost looking forward to coloring again in this book on this awful, awful paper. Because I love the images. I really do. There are some just absolutely stunningly beautiful images. The paper, ooh, I hate it. But I figured it out, mostly. So we're going to see how I do going forward. So yeah, there is that one from Fantasyland by Demita Victoria. This next one was just a quick one. This is Tales from Midnight Masquerade. I do have one finished in here already. However, I was not feeling in the mood to color anything in any of my other books. So I just did the little title page. I did that with Inktense. And it just, I don't know. I just was playing. So yeah, I didn't add any sparkles or anything to it. It's just a nice little illustration. Next we have this one from Botanicum, which I believe you guys have seen as well. I did this on a weekend whip, I think. And I did this one where I had you guys vote on what kind of background you'd like to see, and I did this whole sky background. Turned out really good. I'm pretty pleased with it. I used watercolors or watercolor pencils to do the whole background. And then added in a little bit of gray shading on the clouds. And then here, and here, I added a little bit of white gouache to give like another kind of translucent-ish cloud. I also used that wonderful extreme glitter holographic on all the peaches, her dress, and then a little bit of stickles on the bee's wings. Yeah, because I want to be like Kay from Coloring with Kay and have all my pages be shiny. So yeah, that is that from Botanicum. Let's see what we got. All right, next we've got my page in Summer Nights. This was a color along from Shannon at Chop and Haze. And this was a community buddy color that she had posted on her Instagram page, and I liked it. And then Corey from Colorfully Optimistic is also having a Hannah Carlson tag this month, so I decided to color another one from Hannah Carlson. And I did this one, and I really, really enjoyed this process. I used super colors on the background, and just, it turned out great. It turned out better than I thought it would. And then ink tints on the houses and the frogs. This branch had already been colored in with Crayola super tip marker, and then I colored in the rest of it with this branch and the leaves over here with ink tints. And then anything else? And I think the turquoise and the coral, I think those I did with, I'm not sure what I did those with. I want to say Black Widow. So yeah, but it was just those two, and I did a tiny bit of shading on the frogs. And then I have gold Sparkle Pop pen as some accents on the houses and the mushrooms coming off of the branch, and a little bit in the background around the branch too. So yeah, that was really a really fun one to do. And like I said, the sky, just, I love the way that that one turned out. It was really fun to do. Okay, so that was Summer Nights. Then we've got one from Daydreams, which I am working on another one. I did not finish the one that was in one weekend whip, but I did finish this one from my other weekend whip. So this is the page I finished. I had used Crayola Colors of the World for her skin on a tutorial several videos ago. And then I had started doing a little bit of the work down here with Black Widows, and so I just stuck with my color palette and all of the Black Widows and finished up the page. And then in the background, I used the super colors, which I really love those things. They are worth the money. I mean, I'm glad I found mine on clearance, but yeah, if you have the money to spend on colored watercolor pencils, those are phenomenal. Anyway, and I also left a little bit of a border around the edge because this down here, I didn't want to color dirt down to the edge. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just leave a border all the way around. I thought that turned out pretty cute. I did put some washi tape across the top so that I didn't go into that area too far. And then I added some gold Link Shine pen to these, whatever these curly Q things are, and several places on the bird. And then some Stardust down her hair on certain strands. So yeah, I'm glad to have another one done in this book, and I will show you, where's my other one? This is as far as I've gotten. I've finished this side from the other weekend whip, and I still have this side to go. So that might be another weekend whip this month. We shall see. All right, so that was from Daydreams. And then let's see, what have I got next? I have this one from Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. And I finished this page. This was a buddy color with, I think it was with Michelle. Okay, yes, this one was a buddy color with Michelle, and I will put her Instagram name on screen here. I used, I think, Faber-Castell Polychromos. Yeah. And I had this page was already done, and I had my pencils written down because I kind of want to do like a 2-page spread throughout this book. Even though the pictures might not always go together, but I wanted it to be matchy. So I used the same colors from there on this one, and really liked how it turned out. I tried to make it look magical inside this keyhole. and like some of the magic was spilling out. That was my idea for all these little dots and circles and stuff. So I hope I achieved that. I like it. I'm happy with it. So, and yeah, happy to have another one done in this book, which I love, but I have sadly neglected. It needs more love. There's too many unfinished pages in this poor book. Yeah, so that was that one from Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I've got this one, which was really just another one that I wanted to check off my list. And I did this page. But this is one where my book is falling apart. I started off trying to use Arteza watercolor pencils, and they do not like this paper. I saw another colorist on Instagram had tried that as well, and it just kind of, it like soaks up all of the color. It's weird. So I had put down a little bit of a few places I had like a base layer, and then I was like, okay, I'm done with that. So then I started using my Arteza watercolors, and that really, of course, or not my Arteza, my Inktense pencils. And that really, really helped bring out all of the, vibrant colors, because that's what they are. They're hugely vibrant pencils. And then I also used some, I think I want to say Sperrfarben on this one too. No, I used Arteza pencils on top of it, the Arteza colored pencils, and that worked wonderfully. So I did it on the flowers and, shaded everything, went around the outside edge. Yeah. And then I used some Nuvo markers to add some sparkly bits. Let's see if you can see some of that. Yep, and it was really fun. And some Posca pens to outline some of the things. Yeah, I really liked how that one turned out. Did I start another one in here? Or was this one? I think this was the one that I had started and I was frustrated with it. Yeah. So I managed to finish it, which I was happy with, because I had started it, I got mad, I put it aside, and then I came back to it and worked and got it done. So yeah, so that one is from this book. Forest Whispers, I think is what it's called. But this is all by Ursula Schwab, and I love it. I love it. Okay, let's see. So we're down to a few more buddy colors. There's just a couple more pages. This one was a group buddy color on Danielle's Instagram page. So it's at Tavorna, and I love this book, and I'm glad that she picked the page that she did. She did, she was kind enough to go through and delete all of the crazy hidden objects in here, and you could go to her, she had like a PDF that you could print out where she had removed all the objects. I like to keep my images in my books, so I just went through and, of course, whited out everything that I didn't want to keep. And it was this beautiful axolotl page, which I love these little guys. My daughter and her roommate at college had one, and it was so cute. But yeah, so I whited out all of the hidden objects except for this little astronaut guy, because I thought he was cute. I don't know if you'll even be able to see him. Right there. And then I also didn't white out this one because I thought that the blue would cover up enough of that object that it wouldn't stand out. But everything else got whited out, and then I drew the lines back in over top. The only place that I ran into an issue was right here, because this color was so dark. It did not want to go over that white, but everything else turned out okay. Yeah, I really liked this. I used my Sperrfarben again on this page. I'm really loving those pencils this month. They were phenomenal, and they worked wonderfully in this book. Really, really enjoyed using them. Yeah, I just loved doing this page. So yep, that is from Dream Garden. Let's see. We've got this lovely page. This was in the festivals, Tracing the Festivals. Was it Tracing Around the World Festivals? I think that's the correct title. This was a buddy color with Johanna from JoJo's a Hannah, and we did this one. And I had so much fun with this. This was also inspired by a color along that was a purple, yellow, green woman. And you could only use those colors, black and white, and skin tones. And so, yeah, I thought that turned out really cute. I had a lot of fun doing it. I added a bunch of gold sparkle pop pen to that. I looked up, I had so much fun doing these birds, which I did not think I was going to enjoy, but I really did. This one's kind of my own creation. I know there are green parrots, but I think there was different colors and stuff on him. So I just went with what I could do on this one. But this little toucan guy, I love his beak, turned out really well. His sleek, smooth feathers. I was pretty pleased with him. And I used Prismacolors, I think, on this. I think so. I think that's where I get those bright, crazy. Yeah, I use Prismacolors and some white Posca, and like I said, that sparkle pop pen. And yeah, just really, really had fun with this one. I loved it. And this is another one that was checked off my list, so I was happy about that too. Let's see, we're going to do this one next. So this one was the community cross-channel color-along that was put together for Christmas in July, that was put together by Corey from Colorfully Optimistic and Monet from The Coloring Diva. And we did this page. Corey and I did a live buddy color together to get this page started. And then we each finished ours on our own. And I recently posted a speed color of this, so if you want to see how this one was finished off, you can check that out. I used chalk pastels in the background, a little bit of pencil work to add just a couple more little lines for details, but I didn't want it to be super detailed because I wanted it to just I wanted this to be the main focus and this just to kind of be that the background was there. So my original idea was to have this snow globe, this Christmassy or this wintry snow globe sitting inside, sitting on a beach, because that's where I wanted to be. I wanted to be on the beach. So then I found a cute color palette that had like these pinks and peaches and turquoise, and it was kind of a beachy color palette. When I transferred that color palette onto my castle, however, it turned more into a princessy castle. But that's okay. Somebody suggested maybe the castle is made from pink sand, and I said yes, that's exactly what it is. And then I added, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I'm going to turn it like this just so you can kind of see a little bit more of the white. So I do have white snow all in there, and it's done with Posca and Arteza and white gouache because I could not get anything to work right for me. So I ended up just going to the white gouache. I outlined the globe and did like the little highlights with the gouache. And then I outlined all the snow in white. And then I added, this was my favorite part, I used Gina K glitter gel to add all of the sparkle to the snow. And that was really fun. And then I also used a silver sparkle pop pen and a little bit of stickles on some of these snowflakes in the background. Yeah, it was really fun. I will be honest, I did struggle quite a bit trying to get through this page. But once I got to the sparkly stuff, I was good. It was fun. So yeah, so that is that one from Johanna's Christmas. And then this last one is my favorite. And I loved coloring this. It took forever, but I'm glad that I stuck it out. This was a buddy color with Courtney from Color Me Spiffy. And I did this page, which I had this idea that it was, in the middle of a backyard with all of the shrubberies and trees and everything around it. And so I decided, I looked up a picture of, I found a picture of a tent with some greenery in the background, and I just tried to copy it as best I could. I used shuttle art pencils in the background, and it worked. They worked. It was a pain in the you-know-what to get it done, but I got it. I finally got it done. I figured out how to get the shading right, and it was just layer after layer after layer after layer, and thankfully this paper let me layer those shuttle art pencils on top of each other. yeah, so I did all that. The grass was mostly shuttle art, and then I went through with some Prismas at the end to add just a little bit more, just a little darker detail. And I think I did all of the tent and the border and the flowers and everything. I think the rest of that is all Prismacolors. And then I used a metallic, like bronze almost pen. It's the Jelly Roll. It's a Jelly Roll one. And just really liked how that color set off the whole image too. I did, before I colored anything on here, I did white out all the lines. I kind of wanted a no line look on the inside. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or not, but I don't always love the result. Like on the flowers and pots here, like it did not want to cooperate with me. So maybe I think I'm going to try to use gouache the next time I do that and just white it out that way instead of trying to do the Posca. Sometimes the Posca leaves like a, I don't know, a residue or something that the pencil doesn't always want to stick to for me. Like I've seen other people do it beautifully, but I don't know. It just didn't work great for me. But yeah, I mean, I love the end result. Don't get me wrong. This is definitely my favorite page this month. And one that I put probably the most time and effort into. So yeah, so that is all my pages for the month. I did want to talk really quickly about next month. So I showed you really quick. So this is going to be my list of books to color in. And I have gone through and split up all of my books that I haven't colored in into little baskets. So I have like, I don't know, four or five little baskets. And those are I'm going to grab a basket each month and work my way through it, and then add that, whatever I don't get through, it'll be added to the next month. And you can hear more about that on my haul video, which will be out probably tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow I will release that one. And yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know what my plans were. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed all of the pages. Again, this one was my fave. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments below. And I think that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.